Hey, it's fifth round time. Let's look at some fifth round options for the Vikings. All right, welcome back to the Onebar Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Fifth round means we're getting close. Draft 10 days away.
It is almost here. I woke up this morning just so damn excited I could barely contain myself.
Were you boned up?
I was horned up.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna go over 10 options for the Vikings. Let us know, as always, some guys that you might be hoping the Vikings take in round 5. And just a reminder, Vikings have dominated round 5. This is their bread and butter. David Yankee, Stephen Burton. There's another guard. David Yankee, Stephen.
Drew Samia he was fourth, wasn't he?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's not worth.
Sounds like it's been a real shit. I think that receiver with no knees was a fifth round pick too.
No, I think he was actually fourth. Kentrell Brothers, Danny Isidore. That's what I was thinking about. Who cares? We're looking to the future. We got 10 guys. Lupagus, you're starting. Wham.
Who do I got? Oh, my boy, Havoc Baldonado. I love this guy. I've been this guy since day freaking one. You think of edge rushers, you think of explosive, quick off the snap. This isn't really Havoc's game. What he does is he's more of a sly fox. He will engage with the blocker, slip off, and then close very, very quickly. I love Havoc Baldonado, a guy I'm always looking for in round 5 in those simulators. I do. And I actually think his frame, he's big enough to where he could even maybe play some 5-tech. He puts on a little bit of weight. I don't think he's just pigeonholed to being an edge here. I think there's a lot of things you can do with Havoc Baldonado, and a guy I'm very curious to see where he comes off the board.
I think you just like his name. I think if his name was like Ron Samuelson or something, you wouldn't be that high on it. Baldonado is just a sweet name.
It's a sweet name. He's a sweet player. Long ass arms. I love this guy's frame. I'm very excited about him. He's one of my favorites in the draft.
I got to be honest. I didn't know a ton about him. It sounds like his bread and butter is just like against the run. He had 9 sacks like a couple of years ago, but like kind of petered out this year. But it sounds like he's good against the run. I like that.
Yeah, he's got 15 sacks in his career, and like I said, I think he's a guy you can maybe put at 5-tech if you had to. And maybe that's where his future is. But he actually worked out a lot better at the combine than I thought he would. His numbers were a lot more impressive than I was expecting. So more athletic than I initially thought.
He went in the combine.
Makes me love him more.
You went in the combine with expectations for Baldonado.
I did. I said he's one of my favorite guys.
All right. Speaking of favorite guys, Dorian Williams, Tulane. I think a lot of viewers of the show like this guy. I know Skull TYA loves him, some Dorian Williams. And he's kind of like any really other mid-round linebacker. He's completely labeled, he could be a great special teamer, maybe a depth piece, and maybe a starter down the road. But he's an athletic playmaker, very fluid, solid speed. Like I said, he's athletic. Everything you read, though, cons always point to his instincts. So just maybe he doesn't have the best instincts, something you probably want in a linebacker. But at our depth right now, when you get in round 4, 5, 6, Dorian Williams is definitely a name that I would be tickled pink if the Vikings got.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, would even maybe sneak in the day 2, the later portions. You just never know at that point when these names start coming off the board. I can't remember if it was Vogel or if it was Walter. One of those two interviewed this guy and just raved about his character. Said this was one of the best interviews they've ever had. So Dorian Williams, also a high character guy. Yeah.
And again, like you said, he end of day 2, I've seen him in round 7. I mean, he's all over the place. All over the place.
Speaking of all over the place, Bryce Ford Wheaton, for whatever reason, in simulators, this guy seems to be lasting longer than he did a few weeks ago. I know what they did. They updated the rankings. They don't like Bryce Ford Wheaton anymore. What's not to like about 6'3" and then 4'3" speed? This guy's got the size. He's got the wheels. I'm not even sure what his knocks are. Maybe he's just not a great route runner yet. I don't care.
Route tree. Limited route tree.
That's what I assume. West Virginia, not known as being a real, aggressive passing attack college. Let him go deep. Let him spread the field. Let him just stretch that thing. Not spread the field, stretch the field. He can spread his cheeks, but stretch the field. And then you can let him, slowly learn the routes, become a great route runner like a lot of these Vikings receivers are. But let's just use him as a deep threat off the bat and put him opposite Justin Jefferson and give him some defense and some headaches and something to worry about.
Yeah, we love him. Everybody knows we love Bryce Ford Wheaton. The whole route tree, limited route tree, you see that a lot on receivers, and it's valid. But you see the other side of it is just like, well, that's what they're asked to be run. It's not like they don't know how to do it. Some of them might not Quentin Johnson, same guy, round one guy. That's his big knock. But you seem to see that, like, I see a lot more than I remember seeing it in past drafts.
Yeah, and he's got other things that can make up for it. He's got the size and the speed. You can't teach that. You can teach a route tree. You can't teach size and speed.
Yeah, Bryce Ford Wheaton would love the living shit out of this pick. Just like I love me some Ricky Stromberg, Dorian Williams, just like him, another guy that is just all over the map to the point where I've seen him freaking undrafted. And you look at some centers. Look at the top centers in the league. I was looking it up early. Kelsey, I mean, I don't remember, like, listed off the top 10, and I think like 7 of them were like round 4 and on. Granted, there was some early guys there like Frank Ragnow, but there you always get these steals of centers in the mid rounds, and Ricky Stromberg could absolutely be that high IQ, mauler in the run game, physical, athletic, 4-year starter, played in the SEC, going against some of the damn best, and he was still sticking out. So I don't know what his big knock is. I know that in some of the comments that we've watched, there's been some games where he's gone against like a Jalen Carter ever and he got mildly lit up, but I guess that's kind of expected.
To everybody. Yeah, Stromberg, a guy, if again, we mentioned it with Williams, if he goes earlier, I wouldn't be surprised. If he hangs around in 5th round, jump all over him. I think you got something here with Stromberg. So I think, just like Ford Wheaton and Williams, we all love these guys.
Ricky freaking Stromberg, hang out behind Garrett Bradbury for a year or two, comes in, wham, bam, next Jeff Christie, next Matt Burke, let's go.
Let's do it.
Bing!
Carl frickin' Brooks. I wasn't really sure where to put Carl Brooks. I mean, if he went round 3, I wouldn't be surprised. They list him as a D-line because that's really what he is. Bowling Green, you saw him play the edge. You've seen him play inside. He's got the strength. He's kind of, for an edge rusher, he's a little thicker than you would think. But this guy has been very productive. You look at his numbers. I mean, he had 46 career tackles for a loss at Bowling Green, 27.5 sacks, even had himself an interception. And the Vikings have brought him in for a top 30 visit. So there's definitely interest here. If Carl Brooks was there in round 5, this is a home run pick for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if he's there in round 4, I could see them sniffing around him. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it all. Carl, I think short arms, right? Like Elijah Cansey.
His thing.
Yeah. It's a big thing, a little undersized, but when you get in this round, hell yes. Very productive defensive lineman, just like James Lynch. Very productive at Baylor. Didn't come over. All right. Hot name, Gopher. What is it with Gophers and cornerbacks? When you get close to the draft, all of a sudden these guys just pop up every year. And this year it's Terrell Smith. Hot name. 6 foot, 204. Also ran a 4.41 at that size, which was fantastic. Outside corner. Can blitz, patient, very solid tackler, and just has a great size and speed and depth. Why not bring in a Minnesota boy who's hot to the touch?
And they did it in the 5th round last year with Seze Atamoya. Why not do it again with a guy named Terrell Smith? East-West Shrine game, I believe he was there and did himself very well. Showed well against some good competition there. So Terrell Smith, round 5, hell yes.
Very good tackler, good size, good speed. Love it.
We got next Cam frickin' Jones, linebacker, Indiana. Yeah, I mean, this guy is just a fiery dude. I mean, he's out there flying around with the football. The one knock on him, though, I mean, he's, 6'1", 6'3", 224. So it's a little bit on the skinny side, 6'3". Let's see a little more meat on the bone, especially for a linebacker. That gives me a little bit of Troy Dye vibes, but 204 career tackles, 13.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. This guy can play football. Very, very instinctive, and also has a high football IQ. I do like me some Cam Jones.
3-time captain, but you said it. He's small. He gets eaten up. There's times where he just gets completely disappeared. They don't know where he is. He's under somebody. But it's just like Dorian. I mean, just like Dorian. One of these linebackers, they always pop every year. A mid-round linebacker, and Cam Jones, love him. And like I said, worst case, hell of a special teamer, and good depth.
Absolutely.
Mid-round linebackers. Did I mention that?
It's a lot of them.
Speaking of a lot of, oh God, I just went to. They're out there. Jiren Hall, Lupagus just got ruined. Nobody cares about him. Well, Parker Washington, a guy that I'm starting to warm up to as a receiver. If they're going to go with like KJ Osborne and Justin Jefferson as their guys to get a guy like Parker Washington in the later rounds, mid rounds, to throw in the slot, because that's absolutely what he is, would be a win-win. 5'10", 204, makes very tough catches. The man goes across the middle. He knows he's going to get leveled. He does not care. He's going to try to catch that thing. He's not explosive. Yards after catch, everything you read about this guy, everything you watch about him, gets the ball in his hands, and he's making shit happen because he's kind of built like a running back who has very good hands. So a slot guy, depth piece, kind of a diamond in the rough. And Parker Washington is a great name. Sounds like something from a television show.
Yeah, I watched his highlights a couple months back. I did like him as well. I think you're right. He is a slot guy, and I think this route tree maybe has some fruit on it.
It has some delicious fruit on it. I think the guys at PFF compared him to Randall Cobb.
Yeah. Why freaking?
I already threw your guy out there. I effed up.
Yeah, Jiren Hall. I mean, you're looking for a 5th round quarterback. This is about where he's going to come off the board. He's not my favorite one. I forgot we already talked about Clayton Tune, who I'm really, really warming up to, the Toonski. But Jiren Hall, I mean, the guy can take off and run. He's a gamer, throws a pretty nice football. He's 6'1", so he's got the height. He's not one of these scrawny dudes, but he's been productive. I mean, you look at what he's done. He threw for over 3,000 yards last year. He had 31 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. So putting the ball in good places and making smart decisions with the football. And like I said, he gives you that added element on the ground. He's not afraid to scamper for yards. This dude, I do like. I just like his mindset. I think he always wants to win. He's always going to compete.
Yeah, it says he's high IQ and owns the field when he's out there. When he's out there, he's running the show, which you love. He's got backup quarterback written all over him. Does not have a big arm at all. Yeah, I mean, if we're in round 5, sure, why not? And you know what? You know who NFL.com compared him to?
I don't know. I want to say probably Big Dick Nick.
Gardner Minshew. If that doesn't make you want him, nothing will. Yes, Lupagus is very happy. All right, final one. Interviewee, Kobe Turner. Who in round 5, I think you're getting a damn freaking steal. We love us some Kobe Turner. Powerful, physical. He was built to be a defensive lineman, a technician. He is not a burner. He is not going to wow you with it. I mean, he's athletic, but that is not his MO. It just seems like he does kind of the dirty stuff and gets shit done. Everything you read about him is just like he could be a day one starter, even if he's a late round pick, because he's just ready. And we need
high character dude. He even came out and said it. He's probably better fit for 4-3. So I don't think he'd have a traditional role in Flores' scheme. You'd probably use them all over the place, try to find some kind of mismatches. But he's not strictly going to be inside. He's not strictly going to be outside. But a lot of things you do with Kobe Turner, and definitely a dude who's got his head on right. And I think a guy who's going to give it your all. And I think he also knows what it's going to take to be successful. So Kobe Turner, I'd love him. And actually, I was going to put him in round 1.
Oh wow, that's he'd be a horrible GM. And remember, Brian Flores, he mixes it up. It's just not all 3-4.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. He would use them all over the place, different ways.
All right, well, we each got a dream scenario for a guy that maybe falls to round 5 or someone we just pick. I'm going to let you go first. Who's your dream boat for round 5?
Yeah, another one of these. I'm going with the injury angle here. A guy who slides down the board. He would go much higher if he was healthy, but I'm going to go Garrett Williams, the cornerback from Syracuse. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds, a guy who's kind of getting late first, early second round buzz. He had the ACL injury last year. He's got 4 career interceptions. He can come up and hit you with 152 total tackles in his time there. He can play outside, play inside. Garrett Williams, I think without the injury, he's going to be coming off the board a lot higher. I think it was even one of the first guys we talked to was a Vogel. I think it was one of the guys he had considering mocking to the Vikings in round 1.
Yeah, I've heard that multiple times where if his injury didn't happen, he probably would be a round 1, round 2 guy. So he could be a guy that just comes off way ass early. Remember like Sidney Jones when he got hurt? Didn't the Eagles wasn't he still a round 1 guy?
No, he's round 2. There is thought he might go in round 1.
So yeah, this guy, I mean, it's high ceiling, maybe not this year, next 2-3 years. This could be a guy that's like, holy shit, how did he go in round 4, round 5, round 6, wherever he ends up going, because love him. Physical freaking beast.
And he's one of these guys too that, next week when the medicals come out from the combine, all of a sudden you hear, oh my God, they found this or this. I remember, Jesse Williams, a nose tackle from, I think he was Alabama. We all had him going first round or mocks. He ended up falling in round 5. Turns out he had some kind of defective knees or something. So how that medical comes out on Garrett Williams will be huge.
We should have some doctor come on and give us a medical live, see what he finds wrong with us.
Give us a physical?
Just everything.
Yeah, we can get, what's his name? The PA over.
Paul. Love it. All right, my final one, and it's Tank Dell. And you might be thinking, this guy's going around 3 round, whatever. I think he's got a legit shot to actually fall. Tank Dell was a hot-ass name earlier, but I don't know. It seems like the steam is cooling a little bit, mostly because they're realizing, holy shit, he's a 5'8" wide receiver that gets absolutely gobbled up. And I would love me some Tank Dell in round 5 because, I mean, if you find a way to get the ball in his hands, shit's going to happen. I mean, he did it. It's all he did in college. He's fun as hell to watch. The 4.49 speed was a little surprising. I don't think anybody thought he was going to absolutely be a blazer, but I thought he was going to be faster than that. But twitchy dude, that you got to find ways to get the ball in his hands. Cornerbacks can absolutely just make this guy disappear, especially at the NFL at that size. And he had 21 drops in 2 years. Not great.
But he's definitely quicker than fast. And I was watching, I already mentioned Clayton Tune, and every time he's throwing the ball, it's going to Tank Dell. So you see a lot of Tank Dell if you watch Clayton Tune highlights. And dude makes a lot of plays. He doesn't have the size, but he knows how to get open. He's got great hands. And, well, you say he's at 20 drops, but I've seen him make some pretty damn good catches, contested catches too. So good sense for where the ball is going to be, where to go up and get it. And also pretty damn good at getting those in bounds. A lot of those catches are right on the boundaries. So great sense of getting those feet down and tapping them toes.
Yeah, he's a damn near a highlight reel. How does that transition to the NFL? We'll find out. And a special teams guy as well. So some team might just say, you know what? We're loaded. We can take a chance, take this guy a round or 2 early and grab him, and it'd probably be a great fit. But he's just not a guy who's going to get the ball 10 to 15 times a game. Oh. You have to really work to get him a couple balls.
And it's weird because after the Senior Bowl, his stock was sky high. You're talking people putting him at late first round. I have no idea where he's coming up the board. I think they'll be one of the biggest surprises of this entire draft, where he actually goes in this.
Maybe it'll be round 5. It'll be purple.
It might be. It might be later.
Oh, God. I never know. Never know. Those are our 5th round options. We'll have 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Get your videos to us of you making your picks. Send it to onebarlupagus@gmail.com. Get those to us very soon.
Yeah, we got some damn good ones so far. It's been very entertaining to watch. I can't wait to see what else we get. Don't forget to send them. Don't forget about the draft tailgate party. Night of the draft, 4:30 to 6:30.
A lot of giveaways.
Beers.
Tons of giveaways.
Giving shit away. Cannot wait for that. What the hell was the other thing in your hand? A sun?
I am nice. The sun.
Nice.
Badass Woodard, baby.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. And guys, remember this. Chocolate is good for your teeth. It can help against bacteria in the mouth and stop dental decay. Go have me some right now.